evening, all you awesome people out there. My name is Scott Schertzen, alongside Mr. Davion Bussey. Mr. Robert Manning will be along forthwith at this point. But right now, as of the moment, he is not here, so we're not forth and or withing at the moment. So in this case, let me start off with you, sir. How the heck are you?
I'm phenomenally well. Somewhat phenomenally well, I guess.
You're phenomenal-ish?
Yes.
All right, so you're closet.
I'm 39 and getting younger.
There you go. I know you're 39 years old. Basically, at this point, you're closer. Yeah, you're almost closer to. Let's see, you're closer to 75 than you are birth. Let's see, 1935. Let's see, what year were you? 1986.
Yeah.
All right, so 1986. Transformers movie had already come out. By the way, this is actually not streaming on Facebook for some reason. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on there. I think I remember what happened. So we're going to be running a little short on that one tonight. But anyway, we have a little bit of a change of plans tonight. So we're going to do a little cash or trash. We're going to be talking about 5 different movies on the horizon, whether or not they're going to succeed, whether or not they're going to fail. We're also going to be doing Today in Movie History because I have that going on right now. Also, we're going to be talking about another movie, which, listen, I'm really sorry. I have to be the one to tell you this. It's saddening to say. It's disappointing to say. Snow White is bombing at the box office.
I kind of knew that. That's why I took my money out of the stock market.
I mean, it's dark to say this. It's sad to say this, but yeah, unfortunately, right now, the reimagining, shall we say, of Snow White, it's at $142 million. So it's pretty sad in this case. It's kind of. I mean, I know that basically some of you guys were really excited by the idea of Snow White being the greatest thing in the box office.
Greatest thing since sliced bread.
The greatest thing in box office is going to be Stitch.
What's that?
No, I agree with you.
I think Stitch is going. Snow White has failed.
Yeah, well, we're not talking Stitch. We're talking the movie that was supposed to save Disney.
Well, Stitch is going to save Disney, so it's going to be okay. They're going to lose.
Well, I understand what Scott is saying in a sense because nostalgia reasons is because
Snow White didn't do anyway. It didn't do well in the box office. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I know it's way past your childhood, but that movie pretty much made people really love true love. They really got the magic. When you like somebody, all you can think about is how Snow White was the epitome of that.
I don't think that.
Well, so Snow White at this point, did you see the new IMDb rating?
Is it one? Oh, it's at 1.5. It was at 1.3, so it went up.
Oh, raise it. Oh. Can I move can't move the page to the right. Darn it. Yeah, we're at a paltry little 1.5 rating at this point. So,
yeah.
It's a little tough.
Yeah.
So.
And I hate I just want to say that, and I hate saying this, but dear Rachel Zegler, how does it feel? And I'm not bashing you or anything because I did a lot of that in the beginning. How does it feel to be the most obnoxious person to think about that it's all about you? It's all about you. Not about the fans, not about the people that work for Disney, even though part of it is their fault. But it's all about you. I feel sorry for Gallop and Go.
Did you say Gallop and Go?
I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I probably Gallop and Dot.
Israeli actress Gallop and Go.
Well, she was. She
get up and Gallop and Go got $10 million for that. Get up and go.
But nothing to be funny about. It's just that how does it feel to understand that it's more than just politics. It's more than just people liking you and you thinking you're going to bring the fans. You know, you got to realize even people on your side starting to feel cringe when you opened your mouth and said those things.
Weird.
But
that's Hollywood, baby.
Yeah, it's like you said so many things to the point where not only did you make us look bad, New Jersey, you made yourself horrible. Like, it's just like, no, right now, not just Disney, you may not be able to work in New York again.
Well,
I mean, Hollywood.
Wasn't there someone in this group that thought this was going to be a cash movie?
Not me.
Not me.
I thought you said that.
Who?
No.
Okay.
You got me on the record, says Cash?
I'll have to go look that up, which I probably will never do.
Not
so
that
on that ground, I believe Rob said that it was going to be cash. He said it was going to be the greatest movie of the year. It was going to outperform everything, including that Chinese sequel thing.
I never said that.
I think you did. Therefore, you did.
I would like to see the footage where you are wrong, sir.
We'll find out.
Footage
at this moment. It could have. I don't know. It could have been me, but I had hopes. I'm going to be honest with you. It could have been me. Because I had hopes, but once I saw the stuff that she was saying, I'm like, yo, my dude. You made this worse on everybody. Like, you right now, New Jersey's supposed to be the next Hollywood, and right now you got Hollywood questioning things because of you.
I wouldn't even say it's that because the movie's terrible. Yes, it's got some parts. The movie's just terrible in general. Gal Gadot's singing is the biggest complaint. And then the CGI dwarfs.
Yeah. But also the backlash of what she said. That's the issue. If it wasn't for what she said, I think the movie would have been okay.
Nah. I don't know.
Well, moving on to basically another movie that I think we have to discuss in this case. Who wants to give a shot at today in movie history?
Woo!
Okay. So we're setting the Wayback Machine to a period before now.
Right.
Both of you, I believe, were legal adults at this point when this movie came out. Davion, you definitely were. Rob.
What are we considering a legal adult?
Actually, no. Rob, you were not a legal adult as yet. You were still a kid at this point. So, Day, you were, sir.
Okay.
So, this movie came out today, several years ago. It was nominated for 7 Golden Raspberry Awards. It won for Worst Picture, Worst Actress, Worst Screenplay, and Worst Prequel or Sequel. This movie has one of the leads in here who is somebody that actually Rob has interviewed. The other lead in this was 2 years prior, the villain in also a movie that won many, many raspberries and had its lead actress pick up its Golden Raspberry Award back in 2004. It was a sequel that people were like, why is this a thing? People were actually surprised that the main lead actually did not do a terrible job at it, but it was just a really bad script. It also has one of the cast members from Harry Potter, who previously was also in the movie Dragonheart, about 10 years prior. And it's basically been a more or less forgotten movie at this point.
Okay.
So what can we piece together so far?
Is it a spy movie?
No, it is not.
No,
Okay.
because I haven't interviewed anybody from Spy Kids.
No, not Spy Kids.
Oh, just
It's not a spy movie though. The
Let's
movie
see.
won, like I said, the movie won 4 Golden Raspberry Awards and was nominated for
Hold on.
7.
So, first off, either you thought I was too old because you just said 2004, meaning that I would have been like 7.
I also told you that my math was off there, and I corrected myself.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I was a toddler, but it's a sequel.
It came out in 2006.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 2004.
No, 2004. She was also in this movie, which crushed at the Raspberry Awards, and that movie's lead actress picked up her Raspberry Award in person.
Halle Berry?
That's the one who picked it up in 2004. Now, what did she pick that up for?
Oh, Catwoman.
Okay, yes. Now, who was the main baddie in Catwoman?
Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer?
Nope. Close, but not quite.
I thought Michelle Pfeiffer was the main
She actually did have a movie from the same era that Michelle Pfeiffer did have Batman Returns. So from the same era, and it was a sequel to that movie that came out at that time.
Basic Instinct? No.
Closing in.
Fatal Attraction?
Nope. Colder.
All right, so Basic Instinct.
Is the person that I interviewed, are they a male?
They are, yes.
You said the actress was in it?
Yes. Yeah, the main lead of this was actually a blonde femme fatale at the time.
So wait, this is a sequel?
Yes.
Are you allowed to say any other premise, or does it give it off too much?
It gives it away too much.
Okay. Trying to think who I've.
One of the current cast members of Law and Order right now was in this movie also.
That don't help me.
Yeah, okay.
Day
Day was stupid close at one point. So close.
I said Basic Instinct, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of it.
Come on, it's right there, dude.
The name of the actress, right?
Oh no, the movie is fine. It's right there.
Came out with a sequel that was terrible in 2006.
It wasn't like 2000.
Was it a kids movie?
Nope, it was not.
Oh, then I probably haven't seen it.
Neither was the first one. However, the first one has been parodied many, many, many times. It's police scene.
Is this Scream?
No,
Scream
was 1996.
It's not a horror film.
Well,
No, it's not. It is a thriller though.
Oh, I was thinking.
It is an erotic thriller.
Final Fantasy?
No! What are you making me?
Dude, listen. Aki Ross from the CGI Final Fantasy was like in Maxim's like top 50 hottest women of the year, I think.
I meant Final Destination.
Yeah. So,
no, it's a thriller, not a horror.
Should I tell you? Should I tell you?
Not yet. Than a horror.
Not really.
Day, you were right there. You have never been more close in any one of these, and not gotten it right.
Let's say Halle Berry.
Yes. Whose villain in Catwoman was?
I forgot that chick's name, but I know who you're talking about.
You literally had it. It was right there, right this close.
God. And it's not, and it's a thriller.
Yes.
And it's a sequel.
Yes.
Okay, because it's been a while, and I probably don't even remember what it is. so you give it to me.
Yeah, you had it. It was right friggin' there.
I said Basic Instinct.
You didn't say Basic Instinct 2.
Ah!
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. You've never been closer without getting it right.
Oh my God.
Literally,
Never.
Basic
That's
Instinct.
that's how bad it was. I don't remember it.
No one remembers. Yeah, this movie came out 19 years ago today. It got about $48 million on like a $75 million budget. One of the main leads, by the way, was David Morrissey.
Oh.
So, was that? Oh, we did interview the governor.
Yes, we did. So David Morrissey was one of the main leads in this movie, Basic Instinct 2, which again bombed royally at the box office. But people were like, Sharon Stone can still kind of pull it off.
Did we ever post that?
I'll have to look.
Okay.
This is why basically I'm just having a bunch of freelancers and be like, here, go do videos.
That's right. I can do that now.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
So yeah. 19 years ago today, we had Basic Instinct 2. The Instinct
I've never even seen Basic Instinct 1.
Well, that I'm not surprised by. But
you gotta
also,
pick some kid movies for me to actually guess.
What's that?
You gave me a movie I had no chance to guess.
No. It was a movie that I did not remember. I thought I couldn't you know what? Yeah, because 2006 was it 2006 or 2000? I graduated 2004.
Okay.
So around that area, it was a lot of B movies, remakes. Okay.
Yeah. So now we're actually due for. I guess we're due for Basic Instinct 3.
No.
Oh God, are they going to do Basic Instinct 3?
No.
Yeah. All right.
Well, now that you speak into existence.
No Basic Instinct. Oh my God, no.
There is two quick things I'd like to talk about before we go to Cash or Trash.
Okay.
One being the whole Netflix situation, I think should be addressed real quick.
Netflix?
Of the news of the Netflix anime AI.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's the future. There's no way around it.
Oh.
I get it's the future, but with them using AI and replacing voice actors, because that's what they want to do, they're paying the $712 million to be able to use AI and replacing every single. They're not going to use voice actors for anime anymore. I think it's going to hurt them.
Well, Netflix. I mean, here's the thing. Their attitude is the fact that it's one of those things where people will hate it at first, and then you get used to it. You know, I mean, there's contempt, there's dislike, and then there's acceptance. That's usually how the system works in any way.
You're saying people are just going to accept these anime AIs? I don't think so.
Yes, I do. Because basically people are conformist. And they'll just accept what's thrown at them eventually. They'll bitch and they'll moan, but then eventually it becomes normal. Remember, people griped about the radio, people griped about the TV, people griped about the internet.
I know it's enough to where I won't pay for Netflix anymore.
Yeah, they'll probably be okay. What was the line from Douglas Adams?
I mean, you're right. They'll be fine without my one subscription. You're right. But if me and an army of me unsubscribe, they may actually listen.
Rob, who is this army?
I have a Hulk. I had to pull the Hulk reference. I've got 35,000 followers on TikTok.
Oh God. On that note, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just saying, I do. I mean,
on that note,
aren't you special?
Yeah.
I am. But no, what I was saying is enough people hear about this, they're going to boycott Netflix.
No, they're not.
There is one thing I like about Netflix right now, and that is the new gaming feature where you can play games through your Netflix account. But I don't approve the AI.
Yeah, like I said, people are going to get used to it and they'll just accept it for what it is. But here's the other side of this, though. You know, okay, they're doing AI, but how long until Hulu does it? There's already been the chaos with Disney with those CGI BG characters that just look absolutely terrible. You know, this is the way it's going to go.
nothing's been right now where voice actors have been replaced for AI for a major project.
Yes, they are.
We haven't
Yeah.
had that yet.
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have.
What characters AI that we've dealt with?
There have been. I'm sure there's been a lot of them at this point. Just
For
because you don't know,
cartoons.
just because you don't know about it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Now, here's what I'm going to say. I have been approached to do voice work for AI, to record the same line about 20 or 25 times. And there's something possibly on the table for me in May or June where they're going to pay me a flat rate to record my voice in multiple different ways. And they're going to use it for AI.
So you'll sell your voice
Basically, yeah.
for a flat rate. Basically what James Earl Jones did.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what
But
I was
that's in a way, that's a different story unless they're paying the voice. If you're going to pay voice actors a flat rate to AI, I don't know.
But see, this way you can record it and use it forever, and you don't have to pay voice actors.
Right, and that's wrong.
It's the future.
Yeah.
Listen, right or wrong doesn't change what the future is going to be.
You're right.
The future is written by the people who choose to write it.
That's true.
The
other topic is the fact that we got Looney Tunes back.
Yes. So
we've got and thank you to everybody. And I know I didn't get to go to the movies, but thank you to everybody that went to the movies and saw the Looney Tunes that Dave's got a poster of. Yes, I'll be getting a poster too soon. But the day, that movie there is the reason why. And what I'm really surprised is the fact that they let Warner Brothers let them buy it. I mean, I get it's been shelved, but I'm surprised they let go of this project. I think they sold it for $50 million. I think what it said. I think an article I saw, they sold it for $50 million for them to be able to actually use the movie. And the movie's already completed. The movie's done. Yeah. It was done 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. This I will go to see in theaters.
I'm curious.
This 100% has my money. I'm going. And I'm excited. So that's what I wanted to bring up, and I want to just say thank you to everybody, and I'm happy that this just got bought today. So I'm happy that they let go of this. And it's funny, they sold it for $50 million, but this movie I could see making $200 to $300 to $400 million depending on how much it's distributed. Because John Cena's in it.
Please come on, the sellout. No,
he's not a sellout. Leave John Cena alone.
I can't see him.
Well, you'll be able to see him in this movie.
Lord.
Starring next year.
I don't want to see him.
Do you really want to taste it?
No.
Do you really want to?
Okay.
Never wanted to taste it.
So on that note,
we'll go to Cash or Trash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've been waiting to get that rolling for a while.
Sorry.
All right. It's funny because basically we have this game plan of what we're going to do, and he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way,
Hey, to be fair, I put both topics in the chat.
But I didn't know if you were going to use it for this tonight. So.
Oh, that's why I brought them up in the chat.
Yeah. By the way, Rob, can you get a little closer? You're a little bit muffled.
Oh, hold on. We'll just. It's not got anything to do with me being closer. Hold on. Let me just do.
I tried raising your audio on this side, but I wasn't able to do it as well as I'd like.
It's because I had a headphone in.
Hey, guys, I'm going to have to make a quick run. Give me 1 second, okay?
It's safe for the wall
right now. I could be taking a nap. Oh, good gravy. All right.
So. Your audio on, but that's okay. Can you hear me better now, Scott?
1,000%. Well, not 1,000% better, but definitely better. Yes.
Are we on Facebook right away?
No, we are actually not. There's an issue with that, and it's happened the last couple of weeks. So no, we're not on Facebook at the moment.
Oh.
Yeah, I tried to get it to work.
So are we live?
Yes,
YouTube?
yes.
Oh, okay.
So
My mom was asking. She's like, "Are you on Facebook?" I
yeah,
was like,
no. It's for whatever reason Facebook gave me an error on StreamYard and I couldn't get it resolved.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
This movie, I hate to say it, it's going to be cash, and I hate to say that
And why do you say that? Why do you hate to say that?
because I don't think this movie should have been made. But the thing that's making me say cash is because kids aren't going to care how it looks, and this is going to make the 300 million because the budget was 150 million.
150. Yes, I have that.
Yes. And I think it can easily. And it's probably going to be an international movie. Probably it'll
Yes.
probably go overseas.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Minecraft is a worldwide thing, so
Right. So it does. And the thing that's got me, and I know all kind of movies do this, but it was nice to hear a story about there was a kid that was basically a Make-A-Wish kid that they really loved Minecraft, and they let him see the movie a month early, and one of the cast members went and saw it with him, and then Jack Black and a couple of other people FaceTimed him and stuff.
nice.
Unfortunately, the kid did just pass. I don't know the kid's name, and I apologize. I just heard about the story today. But that's enough. It's nice when people are human and they do human things that are nice, that show decency in this world. So I hate to say it, but I'm going to say this is cash. I'm not personally going to go see this movie, but I'm going with cash.
Probably the right call. It's 150 million, which means you need 300. Which 150 is actually pretty reasonable given the cast that you have in this.
Right.
You know, and yeah, this I'm going to say it's probably going to make like 8.
You think it's going to make 800 million?
Yes.
I wouldn't go that far, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say this. I already got friends that went to go see it. I didn't get their views on it, but like Rob said, it's a popular video game, ladies and gentlemen. Minecraft is a very popular video game. You got Jason Momoa, you got Jack Black. It's going to be cash, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be cash. And I guess that'd be like, who's this weirdo?
Well, I was going to say, we got Jack Black. We got, like I said, we got Daniel Brooks, by the way. So.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
And Scott, thank you.
What'd I do? What did I do?
Something relating to my birthday, and I didn't know.
Oh yeah, no problem, dude. No problem. Yes, I came out and met your mom. That's exactly what it was. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes. And like half your coworkers.
Yeah. No, something else.
Oh yeah, I was chatting with Ryan. That's right. Yeah, that was. Oh, that's right. I had to eat the pretzels. That's what it was. I was eating those kick-ass pretzels.
No. You gave me.
No, I didn't do nothing. I gave you nothing. Nothing.
Thank you.
No problem.
But overall, Minecraft is going to be cash, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, absolutely, 100% over.
Whether you like it or not, it'll be cash.
So
yeah. Okay, Rob. So stop barfing and being weird and just accept it.
Whoa.
You can go and love yourself.
You know, I was going to say something to that, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
I was not prepared for that, but I had to laugh.
So, Sinners. Moving on.
Okay.
So, Sinners. This is a movie with Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler, who I think at some point have worked together on a couple movies in the past.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 or 2, right? I think at this point.
Couple. No, not 1 or 2. It's been a
Dude,
couple.
I'm being sarcastic. It's been like 7 at this point. Because we had, Black Panther. We had 3 Creed movies.
We had Fruitville, which was the
Fruitville, which is the first one. Yeah, you're right. That's like, what is that? This is like, what, number 6 now, I guess, for all that?
I think so.
It's like DiCaprio and Scorsese.
Mm-hmm. So,
Sinners. is a modest $90 million, by the way. That's not too bad.
Oh wow, 90?
Yeah.
Yo.
See, that's what I got right there. Even if I typed in Sinners wrong.
Wow.
That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
You know, so whoops, sorry about that. So can it make 120 is the question.
I would say cash. Not because, you know, I know Michael B. Jordan. It's not because, you know, I live in his hometown. It's not because
he's Jersey?
Yeah. That's why I'm surprised that he's not on the Hall of Fame in American Dream.
Give him time.
Yeah.
What was it? You and I were talking about this? No, I was talking to Pat Bernard about this.
Mm-hmm.
About the fact that we have, like, you know, James Gandolfini rest stop. You know, but nobody remembers that Whitney Houston actually has one too.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about it.
She got one. Right now they did something yesterday at American Dream honoring James Gandolfini.
Yeah, why? Whitney Houston was so much bigger.
No, she's honored too in there too.
Okay. But yeah, like everybody remembers the James Gandolfini rest stop, but nobody actually remembers like the Whitney Houston rest stop. This pisses me off. It does.
I just gotta say,
it's okay. You know, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll be upset in my own little way here. So, oh shit, sorry, wrong one. Why didn't somebody tell me that clip that caption was wrong?
Oh, I ain't even noticed.
I had it on Snow White fail for like a minute and a half.
Rob.
Well, no, you had Cash or Trash April. That's the last thing I saw.
Yeah, but for some reason, I guess I must have hit this by mistake. So, but anyway,
I didn't see that. So gay.
Whatever.
Sinners.
Sinners.
You know what's funny? If you look at that shirt, is it just me? Let me pull this up a little bit. You know, is it just me, or it doesn't really look like a shirt and looks more like basically just a roll of fat?
I have no idea. Well, no, it does look like a tank top.
It does, because it kind of looks like rolls of fat.
You know what? On to the next one.
All right, so we're not actually talking about this?
What? There's not much to talk about. I guess Cash.
All right.
Cash.
Not much about the movie. I just know it comes out. It's got Michael B. Jordan. 90 million. Should make 180 altogether, so shouldn't be a problem.
Fair to fair.
If Snow White can make 140 or something, then Sinners can make 180.
Well, it's funny because as I was sitting there watching everything on FX, you know what I kept seeing pop up at the bottom? Snow White. Because anything on FX or Fox or anything like that, the pop-ups for whatever movie you're coming in, it's actually pretty bad. Wheel of Fortune's been doing stuff like that too. You know, we used to watch until last year. We used to watch a lot of Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy in this house, and the amount of times where it's like Disney movies, Disney cartoon shows, Disney, and it was just like pure unbridled whoring.
I'm just gonna say this. Of course, it's gonna be Cat. Oh,
all right, we'll go back. Sorry, okay. Whoops, there we go.
I will say Cash, and also I will be at its premiere.
You did say that,
and I will do my review of this film.
Yeah, we haven't had a review in a while.
Yeah, because I had, things.
Well, we technically have had reviews, but I guess my thing didn't send to you, and the other review, they already did the review, so.
All right, but if he wants to do Sinners, that'll probably be good for the channel.
Yeah.
And might be able to do one quick.
The big thing
it might be able to do one quick or may have interviews. We'll see.
I was going to say, the big thing you're not talking about this movie is the fact that the main actress is Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah.
So that alone will get people. That's Gwen Stacy.
Is she? I was going to say, who's she dating right now? Is it Josh Rosen?
Oh, I don't know. I know she's Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man Across the Universe, and she's Kate Bishop.
Huh. Her uncle is Jake Steinfeld. That's interesting. You know, remember Day, you remember Body by Jake?
Yeah.
That's her uncle.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. And yeah, she's engaged to Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. I thought they were related. Or they were dating. So.
Wow.
Yeah, so, but yeah, if you can do that, if you can go ahead and do that, that would be great. Thanks. So, okay. Rami Malek and the guy who basically is not Samuel L. Jackson.
There's a bigger actor in it too.
Rami Malek and the guy who's not Samuel L. Jackson.
That's it.
Well, I was saying John Berthal's in this movie.
No, that's the accountant. We haven't gotten there yet.
No, he's in this movie.
Is he really? The amateur?
Yeah. He's gonna be in. I think. Hold on. Maybe not. Hold on. Never mind. Maybe not. Sorry. There's 2 movies this month that.
Yeah, no. Bernthal is in this movie. Actually, so is Holt McCallany. Good for Holt. He deserves it.
What movie is this called again?
The Amateur.
Okay. Oh, I saw the trailers on this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, John Berthal's in it. Yeah, he's the one that trains him.
Boy, he's had a busy little month, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think, he's a name right now that's pretty big because you got him being Punisher right now, in the MCU. Then you got this movie, and then the next movie we'll be talking about, he's going to be in as well. He's from The Walking Dead. It's got a good Lauren Fishburne.
Who's in The Walking Dead?
Huh?
Who's in The Walking Dead?
John Berthal.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Go mess with somebody else.
Never.
Children, do I have to separate? Or already separated you? One's on top, one's on the bottom.
I was gonna say we're already separated. Scott.
Yeah. But they would never.
And go!
Yes, child. Now, welcome.
Do we have a budget on this?
We don't, actually.
Okay.
No?
No, I wasn't able to find one. Actually, we have 2 more movies and only 1 more budget, by the way, between them.
Okay.
I mean, I would say probably 70 or 80 million for something like this.
The amateur.
Yeah. I think if the budget's 100 mil, I think it'll be cash. I think if it's anything above that, it'll be fail.
I think that's a fair assessment.
So,
I hate when they don't give. Did you say they do that? Why isn't sometimes like the budget open to the public?
I don't know the specific reasons why, but it's about whether or not they want to promote, how much it's going to cost. Or given how things were with like Captain America: Brave New World, and it's ever floating.
Right, and that still confuses me. How the heck did we go from 360 to 180 as the final box office number?
Because they figured out a way to write off certain things.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
By the way, I'm also noticing an echo whenever I talk. Rob, is that you? Hang on a second. So, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So, all right.
I have an echo?
Yes.
No.
Yep. I can hear static about a second and a half after I talk. So.
Oh, okay.
Aren't we having fun tonight?
Yay!
What might have been tonight. I actually had the entire preload already set up for what was supposed to be, but all right. So what do you think about this, dude?
Depending if it's the budget you have, well, I don't know. Like,
hello.
Hey, there we go.
It feels like one of those films that pretty much going to be like sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it probably because it's an Oscar film. Like, you already know. Like, this is probably going to be an Oscar film. So whether it makes his money or not, you got Oscar winners or award people or nominees. So they already got their money. So I'm going to say trash. Bro.
Okay.
Cash.
I'll say cash if it's the budget's under 100 mil.
That's fair.
I'm going to say trash because a lot of people not going to know what this is. And
I hope not. Sorry.
It's all right.
It's
I
all
saw
right.
a message. I hope they're not making a second of that movie.
So, all right. So we got a couple more we're going to do. Before I do that, I'm going to go run some ads, make some money, and then we'll be right back. How's that sound?
Yeah.
So we'll be right back after these messages.
Yay.
Petwell Clinic was built with busy pet parents like you in mind, providing walk-in preventative vet care, treatment for minor ailments, and chronic condition management. You remain with your pet throughout their visit, and all charges are clearly explained, so there are no surprises at checkout. Just walk in to our Paramus, Greenbrook, or Union locations, or visit us at petwellclinic.com for more information.
Yes, of course you know that ad because you see the pizza on that all the time. But also, yeah, the other one I threw in there just for funsies.
Is that another one of our sponsors?
Yes. Well,
Cool.
in this case here, I'll give the credit where it's due. The other one was one of the commercials that we had done that aired on like TBS, TNT, things like that.
Okay.
It was edited by the guy who just commented there, so credit there as well.
Okay. I
Yeah.
wonder who
this
that
No,
guy.
I know. Yeah, no, in this case here, the editing job on that was done by our fine Mr. Kyle Krieger, by the way. So thanks in regard to that.
Pet guy.
Kyle is.
Yeah. So, but she's been really nice to us and a bunch of stuff. So I figured, you know what, let me throw it in there for funsies.
Right.
Plus, I do like the production quality. So, and like I said, if it's good enough for the Hallmark Channel, it's good enough for for us.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Petwell Clinic. Kyle, I may not throw the other ones up in this case on something like this, just by extension of affiliations and whatnot. So, but we shot. By the way, for what it's worth, we shot all of that in 70 minutes. So I'm really proud of that. So.
Oh,
All right.
7 minutes?
70 minutes to get all the B-roll we needed for that.
Wow.
Yeah, that was insane. Robin's really, really good at figuring out what people, what they need and everything done there. So the dogs were spectacular. So it's like, yes.
Yay!
Okay. So
And what I've been waiting for.
we're talking some King of Kings, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Cash or trash, will Jesus fail?
This one's gonna be easy cash because of what the budget is.
Yeah, it's like 15 million.
Yes.
Okay, for the record, can I? Yeah, okay. Storm's rolling through PA. Okay, yeah, we had some rain over here before. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I know that this has something to do with like Charles Dickens. I know it has something tied to Dickens and everything like this. And I think Charles Dickens even plays a character in this. But I hate the animation style. I really hate the animation style in this.
I get that you hate it, but it's gonna be cash either way.
At 15 million, it's a safe bet. But here's the other side of it, though. And this is the cast for this. Pierce Brosnan is Pontius Pilate. Oscar Isaac is Jesus. Kenneth Branagh is Charles Dickens. Uma Thurman is Catherine Dickens, the daughter. Mark Hamill plays King Herod because anytime Mark Hamill does a voice, he's always a bad guy of some kind. Forrest Whitaker's in this. Ben Kingsley's in this. Jim Cummings is in this.
Woo!
Fred Tatasciore, D. Bradley Baker. Roman Griffin Davis, I'm not sure who that is. James Arnold Taylor as well.
Yep.
But Amari Williams. I mean, this is a really, really, really strong cast.
Mm-hmm.
Huge,
It seems like, and it's cool. It's like, and when I see Jim next week, I'm going to ask him how was it filming this, and maybe I can get some content for us. Because it seems it's cool that he got to work with some of his friends like D. Bradley Baker, Fred, James Arnold Taylor, Vanessa Marshall. You may not recognize that name right away, but she's from Star Wars: The Bad Batch. That's
okay.
Hera.
Okay. Really, she's Hera? Okay.
Yeah, she's Hera, and then she's
Before she was played by Mrs. Ewan McGregor.
So I mean, a bunch of those people. I know Jim just got to go to the premiere.
Mm-hmm.
I shared that on my Facebook. He was at the premiere in Nashville, and that's how he got to, without saying names, but Scott knows, that's how he got to interview the certain people that we talked about. They were at that premiere, so that's how he got to do all that and stuff.
I want to mention this. Kyle, I saw your other comment. I'll get to that in a second. This, honestly, voice work is, for people that are that seasoned, is super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Because they just sit there with Source Connect. They just sit, just log in, run the dialogue, maybe with or without someone in this case here, but they can literally just record from a studio in their house and not have to do anything. It's so easy to be remote now.
Right.
You know, and even if it's not remote, then what'll happen is basically the studio will send a car to pick them up and drive them to and from the studio. In which case they just record pretty much all their dialogue in probably a single day.
Right.
That's why the budget's so low on this, because I mean, you get people like that. You pay them, I don't know, $20,000, $30,000 for the day. Done.
And also, just to let you know, from a voice actor perspective, you know, it's really easy. All you gotta do is show out and act the lines of the character or how the character acts in a booth.
That's the biggest thing that people don't realize. Voice acting is acting and then voice. It's not the other way around. You know, I've had a conversation with someone inside Streampunk who's getting into this right now. It's like, you got to take classes, you got to study, you got to get better with this, and they keep thinking that they're going to be fine the way they are. It's not going to work.
Right.
You know.
And if you ever do want to become a voice actor, go to iwannabeavoiceactor.com, which is Dee Bradley Baker's website that is literally made. It's a free website, and it tells you everything you need to know about the business. Like if you go to a sorry.
No, go ahead. No, I didn't say yes.
Okay.
Okay. So pretty much what Rob said, but also practice.
Oh yeah.
Have people look at some of your here's some of your reels. Make them imagine if you were that character. You know, there's things to do where you could get training. Yes, do training, but also mingle with certain voices. Try to use other characters and see how you could perfect it. And, you know, Rob makes some good points. You do have to take training because guess what? From a seasoned voice actor, you're going to get people where they're going to train you and show you the right way.
You know.
And sorry about that, Rob. It's just, I had to say something.
But
no, you're good. I've got a dog barking in the background, so
it's okay. But the amount of people who have been in Star Wars projects in this thing, you know, I mean, Oscar Isaac, you know, the sequels, Mark Hamill, obviously, Forrest Whitaker, Jim Cummings, Fred Tatasciori's done voice work, Dee Bradley Baker, James Arnold Taylor. All of these guys have done something in the Star Wars universe already. Yeah. Yeah, you can blow your voice out, or, in Sean Shammel's case, pass out. Because he goes Super Saiyan 3 and literally passes out in the studio. All right. No, it's when he went Super Saiyan 3. It was so much he actually passed out. Okay. Unfortunately, Rob just left the second I put this one up. Yes, they are making a Passion of the Christ 2. I forget exactly where the time frame is, but I think it was at Resurrection, maybe 3 days later. I don't know.
Nothing against biblical aspects of, because this is directed by
that was Mel Gibson there.
What's his name? Yeah. So part 2 is Mel Gibson still?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
And Jim Caviezel, because Jim Caviezel's the resurrecting. Yeah, because Jim Caviezel is a Roman Catholic. That's why part of the reason he got the job 20 years ago.
I'm Christian. I love the Passion of Christ, the first one. Do we really need a second one? I'm not bashing the film.
Listen, it's all about sequels now, and apparently Mel Gibson's been wanting to do this for a while.
Like, do we need a sequel? Like, I'm not saying bad about because I'm Christian as well, but it's like, okay, we did Passion. Can we talk about, like, do the followers, like the people that followed Jesus, like those stories? That would make more sense besides saying, okay, let's do the Passion of the Christ to the Resurrection. Like, have people get an understanding of the people that roll with him throughout those times, like a side story.
Mm-hmm.
I walk away for 2 minutes, and now we're showing South Park.
Yeah.
This, by the way, this is the comment that originally came in on this. Passion of the Christ 2. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bible is 66 books all the way through, including basically all, from the Torah all the way to Revelation. So, could they do something with Here's the thing. There's always like certain things inside the Bible. I'm using Old Testament and New Testament here. There's only certain things that they ever really have any interest in. It's like the flood, Jesus' birth, Jesus' death. That's pretty much it. No real David and Goliath. Nothing.
And that could have been done.
I mean, Sodom and Gomorrah could be done at some point, maybe.
Or never mind.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, it was. I guess it's not a rumor.
It's been talked about for a while.
It's on. Hold on. Looks like it's coming out next year.
Yeah. But
it's called The Resurrection of Christ.
Yeah. There's Adam Sandler in that right there, by the way.
But my thing is,
and it's directed by Mel Gibson.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Like I said,
sorry, go ahead, Scott.
No, I was going to say he's Roman Catholic too. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, and I got nothing against Roman Catholics. It's just that it doesn't make sense to do a sequel. You could do other stories. The Bible is massive. You could do a story about Adam and Eve. You could do a story about Noah, King and Abel. Definitely could do it.
Noah you did do, because remember there was the Aronofsky film back in 2012 or 13, where they asked me if I wanted to do it, and I'm like, nope, I'm tied to Boardwalk Empire. I can't go out to Long Island or get hypothermia. So,
right.
See, sorry, Rob.
No, you're good. Go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
No, it's just the fact that, and I think you're putting too much emphasis when it comes to Jesus Christ, besides just putting the emphasis into the book. If you focus more into the stories, then you could basically do the powerful messages that you want. But if you keep focusing on Jesus, nobody gonna understand the actual message because you're adding things to the film that's not necessarily needed.
I mean, the first Passion of Christ was really good.
No, I don't got a problem with the first one. It's just the fact that when you're doing a sequel, what else can you do?
But it's called The Resurrection. I mean, it's talking about the after story.
Yeah, but it was so brief. If you read the Bible, the resurrection was super brief.
Actually, he's not on that, because basically the stone was moved. He's on the water 3 days later. Thomas didn't believe. And he's gone. I mean, you could probably make it a story about everyone else's adjustment 3 days later.
That's what I was gonna say. That's how they could do it. Is they show the resurrection of Jesus and stuff, and then show the lives that were touched afterwards. And I mean, now looking more into this, because I didn't really know about this until Mr. Kyle. I don't have a particular problem with it because of the fact that you've got the original cast coming back. You got the original people that it seemed like that worked on the first one. I have to recheck because I didn't get total, but with Mel Gibson, let's see, Mel Gibson's coming back as the director, and he was the director in the first one. And he did the screenplay. And it sounded like it's the same way on this one. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the 3 days following. Inside those 3 days, so.
Right.
I mean, right now you conclude with Revelations. One could argue we're in the seventh castle at this point of Revelations. Yeah. I'm a little fuzzy on my Revelations. But,
yeah. Same.
But Gog and Magog and all that.
Right.
Sorry, I failed theology. Anyway.
No, you're good. But did everybody say Do we have an echo again?
No, I don't.
Okay, never mind. What did we all say for the Kings of Kings? All cash?
15. Oh yeah, 15 million. It's cash.
It's doable, cash.
Yeah.
So.
And it's coming out during Easter, which is a perfect time for this movie, which means
definitely cash.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It comes out literally Easter weekend, and yes, your churches are going to when's Easter, right?
21st, I think, isn't it? Maybe.
Oh, well, maybe not Easter weekend, but it advertised for Easter, but this comes out April 11th, so
Sunday the 20th. Actually, I was off by a day.
okay, so it comes out a week before Easter, but still, it'll be in theaters for Easter.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you that 15 million will be made in my state alone, which is the Bible Belt, Arkansas.
So what you're saying is a state that is a little more red than blue is probably going to be making a little more green.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah,
I'm proud of myself for that one. That actually sounded kind of smart.
And I will go support this because of Jim Cummings. And getting to work with him now and him being in this movie, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, how's that going, by the way?
Going good. I'm supposed to see him next week.
Is that the fishing trip?
Yeah, the fishing trip.
Okay, just straight up. Hang on a sec. I got to do this. Rob.
Oh no.
He's literally going fishing with like one of my childhood idols.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
I'm not jealous.
No,
I'm
not going fish. I don't think I'm going. We'll see what happens.
All right, hey Rob, whatever you do not hook nobody's trousers.
What?
Do
that
not.
Was very off topic.
No, you're going fishing.
I figure there's a reason he said that, but
anyway,
I'm finding this face funny, so I'm gonna do it again.
All right, do not hook nobody's trousers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can he get a boot though? How about that? Can he get a boot?
Yeah.
Maybe a can or anything else that shows up in a cartoon.
Hey Scott, I hate to say it, but when you gave that face, you kind of looked like a sloth.
Leave him alone. Leave him
alone.
Okay.
So when it comes to the accountant too.
There we go.
I didn't get to do research beforehand. Was this the one we don't have a budget on?
This is the other one, yeah.
The question is, how successful was the first one?
That I can give you. The first one made 155 on 44.
Why Ben Affleck look like John Cena?
You're not wrong.
Actually, it's funny. Bernthal kind of looks like the Terminator down below there.
What?
And speaking of Bernthal, here's his second movie in the same month, which is crazy.
Yeah, by looking at his face, it looks like a glasses John Cena. I'm wearing glasses.
He kind of does, actually.
Yeah, to be honest, from a far distance with the way that shot is, I wouldn't be able to tell you that's Ben Affleck, and I wouldn't be able to tell you that's John Bernthal. And I've met John.
The accountant
too. He's the cool
John Cena. John Cena is a tough as nails former military cop who has to go undercover at an accounting firm at H&R Block.
You've been doing horrible with your taxes. You can't see me. Attitude adjustment.
Yeah. Time to adjust. You're due for an audit.
I'm going to give you a 5-knuckle audit.
There you go. Yes.
So, if they keep the budget the same, which was $44 million on the first one, I don't think they're gonna do a Joker 2 and boost up the budget by like 5 times the amount or whatever.
Probably not.
Huh?
Probably not.
Yeah.
By the way, this is part 2 of a trilogy. I do want to point that out too.
Yeah.
They're making a third one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I see.
I know exactly who he looks like.
Cool.
All right, give me a second. I know exactly who he looks like right now.
He looks like Ben Affleck. No.
No, he doesn't. We're gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd in The Accountant 2.
I look like the accountant.
Dude, oh my god, he kind of looks like James Rolfe there. Oh man.
This is the greatest thing since.
Yeah, so all right, so okay, so The Accountant 2, let's say the budget goes up to, let's double it. Let's say it ends up going up to say 90 mil or 88. Oh, we'll say 90 mil. You know, that would need 180 to break even.
Doable. Cash.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, we're into spring now too, so.
I mean, but here's the thing: if you, like you said, double the budget, and the movie made 155, I mean, is it doable that'll make? I mean, I guess never mind, because ticket sales have everything's went up, so it has to make more than 144 in theory.
Well, apparently the first accountant is available on like Hulu and a couple other platforms too, so you can pregame by watching there.
Right. Some people would say he also looks like this guy.
Who's
guy?
that? That's not Adam Baldwin, is it?
No, that's Ben Affleck. That is Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, he looks kind of like that guy that was in Mallrats. Didn't do.
Yeah, hey, it does look like the guy from Clerks.
No, he was never in Clerks. He was in Clerks 2.
Yeah.
Clerks 3 too. Ben Affleck was never in the first Clerks movie.
So how did they meet? Mallrats?
Mallrats was the first movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where basically it's like, you know, the phrase, have sex in a very uncomfortable place, alluding to anal, and the actual line was what, like in the back of a Volkswagen?
Mm-hmm.
So.
I still think it's incredible that Super Bowl trailer with Ben Affleck and had Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes.
That was good.
Well, I mean, Affleck and Matt Damon pretty much owe their career to
Right.
To get. Well, it's funny because in the movie,
Well, even Matt Damon?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What was Matt Damon in of Smiths?
Let's see, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jalen Silent Bob, Jersey Girl.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, because it was funny because I remember reading like Kevin Smith's autobiography years ago.
Yeah.
Yep. See, I knew Kyle would know that phrase in the back of a Volkswagen. Because in Chasing Amy, there was supposed to be a scene with who's the guy? Jason Lee. No, yeah.
Yes, Jason Lee.
Yeah.
Wasn't supposed to be in Mallrats. He was supposed to be the guy that they fly in just to read the lines and then send them back, but he took over for the other guy, and that's what started Jason Lee's career.
Well, it's funny because where I was going with this is there was a scene in Chasing Amy, which was kind of Ben Affleck's starting lead role, one of the first movies he ever did. And there was a scene with Ryan O'Halloran, who's playing another Hicks. And Ben wanted to bring his friend Matt Damon to the set and shoot the scene alongside Brian O'Halloran. And O'Halloran's like, who the hell is Matt Damon? And that was Matt Damon's first movie with Kevin Smith.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yep. And then, of course, they had Good Will Hunting, which was exec produced by Kevin Smith. And, he never.
Oh, that's right.
Kevin Smith never got the credit for it, which is why Ben Affleck and Matt Damon did Dogma, which is, a really awesome movie.
Which I haven't seen and probably will never see.
It's honestly, you know what it is? It's not. You can walk away feeling more spiritual from it. You really can. There's a human aspect to that movie. Yes, there's a lot of poop jokes and everything like that. Fine. But there is a charm to it where you walk away feeling grateful.
Okay.
So, oh yeah, Mallrats. Which Mallrats takes place one day before Clerks, by the way. But you didn't say bless you after asking. Loki.
Wait, what did you say?
What's that?
What about Clerks and Mallrats?
Mallrats takes place one day before Clerks.
Yeah.
In the chronological, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It came out a year later, but actually took place a day earlier.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
So, all right. Do you want to wrap this up? Maybe it's starting to rain pretty hard out there. I may lose signal anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the only other exciting thing that happened today was CinemaCon 2025 with all the released movies for next year.
Yeah, I saw that something. Yeah, there too.
So that was pretty cool. There's some really good ones that Spider-Man 4 is supposed to come out next year, and it sounds like we'll get an actual look about what Spider-Man 4 is tonight at CinemaCon. So somebody will be posting it on the internet probably tomorrow.
Probably and getting a billion views on it.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, because everybody's still wondering. I still can't believe Marvel made everybody watch 5.5 hours of just chairs.
I didn't.
I
Well,
didn't.
you didn't, but most people did.
Yeah, which, by the way, yeah. Well, it's funny because Critical Drinker had a great video on this. The fact that they're going so hard on the nostalgia side of it, that they're doing it as a Hail Mary. Because they know the movie, in this case here, they're trying so hard to bring back the member berries that's all they got left. And I think he's right.
Well, it worked. It worked with Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah, but Deadpool, Wolverine was different, though, because the first movie and the second movie did really, really well. It didn't have a string of failures like the Disney Marvel movies have had previously.
I understand that, but without Hugh Jackman being in that movie would have never made $1 billion.
No.
It might have. It might have.
Might have. No.
I mean, listen.
I guarantee you, Hugh Jackman was the number one reason why people went and saw that movie. I'll die on that grave. And with the quick little nostalgic berries that we just talked about, like finally giving Channing Tatum the chance of being Gambit, and he's coming back as Gambit in the next movie.
Well, yeah. Like I said, they're literally just throwing the entire kitchen sink at everything.
Yeah.
By the way,
$1 million.
By the way, Kyle, I've been meaning to do this for a while. I may as well just get it done. I'll reach out to Schiaffo. I've been lazy about this for a little while, but I'll reach out to Scott Schiaffo, have him come on. So
which one's Scott?
The Chuli's gum rep guy.
Because we're also supposed to get. Do we still have connections with Eddie?
Ernie's still available. Yeah. Scott's definitely more available though.
Okay.
So I'll reach out to Schiaffo. Kyle, if you wanted to do that one, that's not a problem. O'Halloran is hit or miss, especially with the hockey season right now. And let me try to think who else. Who else is on there? I'll have to think about it. But Schiaffo is an easy grab. I'll reach out.
Cool.
So, but that won't be next week. But next week we have a different guest.
Yes. Which we're not live next week.
Yes. Well, actually, it's a good thing I recorded something.
Are we gonna? Okay, the thing that we.
He's a Ranger fan. I'm not sure if I want to.
But yeah.
In this case, I have something preloaded already because I have your hour and 17 minutes of interviews.
Yeah.
So that's sitting on the server right now. It's already set up.
Okay, so we'll just post that for tomorrow. I mean, next week.
Very possible, yeah. We'll figure it out, but that's on the back burner.
Oh, that works.
So.
All right, guys. Well, do we have anything else to mention before we go?
No, I think we're gonna go eat.
Okay.
Same here.
All right, guys. Well, that's Day. That's Scott. And I'm Robert. And this is Tales from the Film Set.